Truly, this is a very, very special afternoon for me. I'm wearing the Japanese tunic that we've worn for the last, I don't know how many years we've worn them, since you've been around here. You've done about 15 or 17 of these concerts. Erica's done, I don't know, 10, 12. Nick is new, not really new to the glebe, because Nick has done 2 master classes here. And if any of you heard his master classes, I'm sure you'll be thrilled today to hear that he really knew what he was talking about, as we knew then. But we welcome you, Nick, to the glebe, to Virginia, to the United States. Nick flew in from Portugal, but if you hear him speak, you'll say, he doesn't have a Portuguese accent. He sounds British. Well, guess why? Yes, he's really British, but has been living in Portugal for many years. And we are thrilled that Nick agreed to come and play as one of Carole's friends. I'm wearing this only because we're trying to carry on the tradition of Carole Edwards and friends. Well, Carole Edwards, it was time she stepped away after 50 years of being on the stage. So these are simply Carole's friends. And let me tell you, you could not have better friends. And of course, all of us here, you are all my friends and family, and it's an incredible afternoon. So I actually, people will still be coming in, but we like to be on time, unlike the airlines. So I will give the mic over to whoever is going to start. Well, let me introduce you. All right, Dean Vance. Everybody knows Dean. You can read their bios on the back, but Dean has given many, many solo concerts here, played in my group for years, and has played all over the valley. It does everything with the symphony and all kinds of things. Erica, I think you all know, Erica Sipes. Again, the bio is in the back. You know Erica. She's given solo concerts here. She's played with Dean everywhere. She's played with David Wiley in the symphony. They are very well known in the Roanoke Valley, works at Radford, and I think Nick is doing some work at Radford University as well, and has in the past. So those are the 3 criminals that are here today. They truly are just wonderful musicians. Enjoy. I will give the mic over to them. Thank you for coming, and have a wonderful afternoon.
hear me? Okay. Unlike Carole, I keep it very short and sweet. But I just wanted to say, because I know many of you have seen Erica and Dean many times, but I'm kind of the new face here, one of Carole's friends. Carole, who is the most incredible and inspiring person. And it's such a pleasure for me to join these two ladies and step into Carole's friends this concert today, and also for such a good cause. So I just want to tell you a tiny bit about me. As Carole said, I'm not from the USA, I'm from London. And I grew up there and studied in London, and eventually moved deeper into Europe to live in Portugal. And I'm going to be living, hopefully, in the not too distant future, here in Virginia, which is wonderful for me. It's a place I absolutely adore. I love, in a sense, let's call it the American spirit. For me, I feel I kind of fit in with it, and I love it. So this means a lot to me playing here today. Now, the piece we're going to play next is Debussy, and it's Clair de Lune, which I think many of you will know. As soon as Dean starts up playing, you'll instantly recognize it, even if you don't know the name. So it's Debussy, French, impressionistic, and it means moonlight. Now, I just had to explain a little bit. Okay, I'm talking, Carole. Okay. So, this arrangement, it's usually for just solo piano. So we sit there and we create the moonlight. This is written, an arrangement, for 3 pianists, all at one piano. So you're wondering, why is Dean sitting there? And why is Erica here? Well, when we started off playing, we played it as written for 3 people on one piano. We started the rehearsal. And what happened is, I'm sitting right down at the bottom of the piano, which is kind of hard and looks a bit weird anyway. Erica was sitting up top and Dean was in the middle. And we started off playing and all went quite well for a few measures, and we were kind of comfortable. And then I looked at the score in front of me and I thought, but my part is written up there, how am I going to get there? So I tried to negotiate my way slowly and gingerly up that keyboard. Bearing in mind, there are 2 ladies sitting very close against me, and we decided that ultimately it was going to become a logistical nightmare pianistically to play, and also it would have turned almost into an X-rated feature where you would have had to avert your eyes. So, to spare you that, we decided that Dean would play on this piano, and Erica and I, with a little gap in between us, would play on that piano. So that's why, instead of 3 on one piano, we just had to do it this way. So I hope you enjoyed Clair de Lune.
He was squishing me sitting on my lap.
You can see Nick will be here in future years.
Well, that was much easier on 2 pianos, I have to say. So I think that was a good decision. But don't be sad, we did make sure that we're doing 2 pieces with us actually all at 1 piano. But we're saving that till the end. The next set of pieces, these are 3 Bach inventions. Bach inventions are these pieces that Bach wrote that most beginning piano students, or not beginning, but at the beginning of their piano journey, they learn a lot of these. They're just a great set of pieces that teach counterpoint, which is like when you have 2 different voices that sort of chase each other through the music. And they were, I don't know if they were written as an exercise. They were actually written as an instruction tool for Bach's students. But anyway, this arranger, and I'm forgetting his name, Saar, thank you. He was a teacher himself, and he decided to write a second piano part for all of the Bach inventions, because sometimes students kind of roll their eyes at these exercise type pieces. So he wrote this great second piano part for all of these inventions, and when Nick and I read through them recently in San Francisco, we kind of fell in love with them. So Saar did these second piano parts because he wanted to give the student an extra way to learn about the life that these pieces can have. And I think that's what the second piano part does. It just brings them a whole new life. So enjoy them. If you know them, you might find them quite surprising, but hopefully in a pleasant way. I know. I knew you were gonna say something, Carol. All right, I'll tell you. I was deciding, do I tell you that the order of the inventions was incorrect in the program? You get bonus points if you knew that, so Carol gets bonus points. So it was F major first, then D minor, and then B flat. Oh, okay, B flat major first, sorry. D minor, and then F major. Now you will all sleep more easily. Okay, and so then, just a little note, after this next piece, you'll hear the E major. So anyway, I won't say anything before the E major, because it's just like the last set. Next, I think Dean and I are doing Gershwin.
Yes.
We're doing Gershwin. This is just a really fun, light piece, light set of kind of variations on I Got Rhythm. So I don't really have anything more to say. It's just such a great tune. We're gonna have fun with it.
We all sit at different heights, so we got our benches around. We're all It's hard to keep track of where to go.
Everyone needs directions. The next piece on the program is by Dmitri Shostakovich, a Russian composer. He lived during the time of Stalin. I was going to look up that whole last piece. I was very distracted because I was going to look up more information on this piece and failed to do so. But what I can tell you is that Nick and I discovered this piece about a year ago, and he performed it with the piano teacher down at Radford last January, and we just fell in love with it. And I kind of rehearsed it with Nick before that concert. I was sort of at the stand-in before he could rehearse with the piano teacher. And I got really jealous, honestly, that I didn't get to perform it with him. So that is actually why I am now playing it with him. But it's a great piece. It has lots of contrast. And there's a few sections that sound very chorale-like. Kind of brings you right into a Russian Orthodox cathedral listening to the Russian Orthodox traditional music, which is so gorgeous. And then there's just lots of excitement, and Nick gets to do some glissandis that he really loves doing. So anyway, enjoy. It's kind of a wild ride.
Keeping in mind that it is a wild ride, and Erica just touched on this, I just wanted to share what happened in the last performance. And I was playing on these big American Steinway grands, and they're very different to our European ones. I find that your pianos have slightly sharper keys, and that came, well, much to my peril, in the glissandos that Erica was speaking about. So a glissando is when you have to turn your finger like that and whoosh it up the keys, really, could be elegantly. In this case, they're kind of spiteful. They're really, really fast and really cover quite a distance. And I took all the skin off my finger in the rehearsal. So when it came to the actual performance, I had to brace myself and say, okay, either I don't do them, which is going to sound weird, or I just go for it. So I did it. I kind of gritted my teeth. Erica was turning pages for the other pianist, and I saw her wince like this as I did them. And a student came up to me afterwards and said, I saw blood. And so I just wanted to share that with you and make sure that Carole or someone has some Band-Aids at the ready.
such a fun piece. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it's something a little bit different, and sometimes in that music it can maybe feel a little bit on the edge, and I don't want to say the word ugly, but it's just challenging to our ears. But I mean, I think especially when you think about the fact it was written in Russia and all the history that they go through. Oh,
This is quite low.
that's quite low. I wish I had seen that. While she's moving the bench, the next piece is an arrangement of a Hoagie Carmichael tune. Hoagie Carmichael, I have to say I was not familiar with his name, but apparently he was one of the most popular composers and musicians during the Tin Pan Alley era. I'm too young, I'm sorry. But anyway, but I did know of this tune, Stardust, and I had this arrangement in my big piles of music I got from Carole or somebody else. So I thought it looked fun, so we're gonna do that now. Are you okay over there? It really does. It's very hard to play at the wrong height. I'm actually kind of low over here too, but it's okay. All right. The next piece is similar to those Bach inventions in that the arranger, Pollini, he took a popular, it's a great Schubert piano impromptu, and he decided to add a second piano part. Now, in this situation, it's a little bit different because in the Bach, Dean was actually playing the original Bach. It was just straight from the original. In this, I'm not playing. In this, it's a combination. So he really does rewrite the solo piano piece and completely rearranges it so two pianists can play it. And it'll be interesting to find out if you happen to know the original, if you like the original or if you like this extra adrenalated, extra fingered version, I guess is what you call it. Oh, and there's a tune that's hidden in here, so we'll see who recognizes the tune.
I'm sitting quite high.
Okay, well, that's even.
It's even.
All right, now you get what you wanted. Oh, the tune name. Do you know? Yeah, it was. Nick, do you remember what that quote is from? Is it the Wanderer? No. Wanderer Fantasy. Yeah, it's a big piano piece. And he just snuck that in there, which I think is so clever. Yeah, are we going to get the other bench, I guess? Oh, wait. Sorry, logistics, because we had to change sides. Okay, I'll let you figure it out. I don't know, whatever. Just give me a bench. Oh. All right, this next piece is a set of two pieces by Rachmaninoff. And he wrote these when he was very, very young. I think he was 17 or 19 years old. And he wrote these two pieces for a set of three sisters. And the first one we're going to do is a romance. It's slow, and you might recognize the opening that Nick is going to play because it actually became the opening to his second piano concerto. And then the second piece is a very short, fast, fun waltz. And the tune for the waltz was written by one of those sisters for which he wrote this whole set. So kind of unusual to find a piece actually written for this combination, but here we are.
It's cozy now.
Very cozy.
the mistress of ceremony.
They don't know this, but I'm going to ask them to play that piece again, piano, because this side of the room would like to see what three people look like on one piano. Plus, I would like a little improvisation as you play it. Sure you can. Yeah, I think you could do it. I think you could. Just sit again, sit. Let them do it here, because this side didn't get to see how three people can play at one piano. Thank you. Wonderful job, everybody. I have an applause for Carole. I was asked to give to Carole. So Carole, will you stroll on up front there? Thank you guys, that was wonderful. And thank you, Carole, for bringing them in and for donating to the lampstand today. But this is a special gift that was sent down from Jonathan to Ellen to me to give to you. So I'm going to just let you open that up and see what it is. Jonathan gave it to Ellen to give to you. So Jonathan Cook is our CEO of Lifespire. So.
Oh, my goodness. Should we do this again next year? So this tradition will carry on.
Oh, my glory be. It's her program from last year and signed by a lot of special people, it seems. Her 50th anniversary concert. the idea was to have 4 performers, and it was a little bit of some issues along the way, and so we were only having 3, but it's an ensemble. But I can't imagine 4 making more music than these 3, so I don't know. We'll decide. We may just keep these 3. Okay, thank you. And I will give each of you my special hugs later. Okay, please join us all. The culinary department has prepared some goodies for us out in the lobby. And please say hello and thank our wonderful, wonderful performers.